In the middle of a field, the Scarecrow stood alone. Sick of his loneliness, he let out a moan. A solitary soul for so many years gone. He knew he'd been alone for far too long. He looked up to the tree. Two crows sat together. Why should he be alone, now and forever? It was a very cold but clear Hallowe's Eve when the Scarecrow decided he was ready to leave. It was out of his field that he decided to roam, but never in his life had he left his home. Clumsily he clambered over a low wooden fence, wondering to himself if he'd lost all his sense. He ventured down a lane, a path he didn't know, not knowing where he was or where to go. He came across a gate in this strange new land, and then pushed it open with his cloth and straw hand. What the Scarecrow then saw came to him as surprise. A garden of a house lay before his eyes. The Scarecrow peered out from under his hat and saw on a bench a small pumpkin sat. When he saw the pumpkin, he thought he'd go near, but then a sudden sound came from behind his ear.
Trick or treat!
Two girls said together they were dressed as witches and thought they were clever. But when he turned around, the girls started to scream. To them, the Scarecrow's face was the scariest they'd seen. He then grasped the pumpkin, knowing it would be fine, and noticed a gown on a near washing line. He then grabbed the gown, the pumpkin still in hand, and started to head back to where his day began. He moved only paces when, looking at the floor, he saw a witch's hat from the two girls before. He then picked up the hat and went on with his way, admiring all the things that he'd found that day. He found his way home as quick as can be, and broke two branches off a near sycamore tree. He tied them together and stuck them in the ground, and went on to dress them with all that he'd found. With a rather pointy hat and pumpkin for a head, a new Scarecrow now stands, or so it is said. The Scarecrow's work done, he's named her Simone, and stands ever by her, no longer alone.